What is up, y'all? It's your boy Stone Mando. My name is Cody, and today I'm reviewing Agent Anti-Venom from Marvel Legends. And no, I did not read this comic, but I see a cool action figure, I'm gonna buy that damn thing. But I am a little bit familiar with who this character is and where he's from. This is Flash Thompson, actually, not Peter Parker. And this is after this is the same guy who bullied Peter Parker. He goes on to become a soldier eventually, and I believe he was stationed in Iraq and he lost both of his legs to an IED. He comes back to the States, does all that, and then is given the Venom symbiote. He bonds with a symbiote and becomes Anti-Venom. So then through that process, at some point through the comics, I'm not super knowledgeable, he comes into contact with Mr. Negative's powers, and that's hence why you have the white symbiote look. And basically, the things that's different about Anti-Venom is that he has healing factors and he's less weak. He has much less weakness to fire and sonic attacks and stuff like that. And just a very, very interesting costume, super badass. We do have some cool green effects right here. We also have a card right here. As you can see, this is a collaboration between Marvel Legends and Magic the Gathering. I've never played the game, but I gotta say I did collect Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards growing up, so this does kind of catch my attention. I'll probably drop that in a cool sleeve and display it or keep it up somewhere. But what I was really after was this figure right here, man. This thing looks freaking badass, dude. I love the look of the costume with the black and the white. It's got a super awesome pop to it. He's got 3 different pistols, effects to like make those pistols come alive, and a couple different alt hands. He's got like little tendrils and symbiote arms coming off the back. This is just a really badass looking figure, man, and I'm super excited to have it. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump on into the packaging here. You can see we have the Hasbro logo down here, Agent Anti-Venom, Marvel Legends logo right here. We do have a full window displaying the figure and the card, the accessories, etc. Have the Magic the Gathering logo, the Marvel Spider-Man logo. Looking at the side here, you can see I have a little render of the character right there, Agent Anti-Venom, Marvel Legends logo. Getting to the back, you can see the other figures in this wave, in the Magic the Gathering wave. And the Wolfman and Mary Jane, the Iron Spider is cool, but I'm really looking forward to this Battle Damage Spidey. This thing is on my list, but I just seen this one and I had to grab it. Real quick, here's some legalese on the back if you want to give that a pause and check it out. Also here on the bottom is the barcode and other legalese. If you would like to pause that, also check it out. Here on the other side is a really cool freaking piece of art of this badass Spider-Man costume with the spikes coming off the shoulder. It's like a ninja knight mix. It's really crazy. What a crazy badass design. Then last but not least, we have the top of the box, Magic the Gathering logo with the Spider-Man logo. That's really much all there is. So I am super excited to see this thing. It is $40 for this box. I'm assuming this is like a $30 figure. Is this card really worth $5 to $10? Maybe if you play Magic the Gathering and you see this and realize what it is, you're like, oh yeah, it's worth having in my deck, yada yada. But it's a cool card. I'm definitely going to display it or find some way to keep it somewhere. But this is really what I was after, was this badass looking Spidey right here, which, like I said, is not actually even Peter. It's Flash Thompson. But anyways, let's get this thing open because I'm super thrilled to be talking about this thing with y'all. There's actually some really cool backdrop art in this box. I may try to find a way to use this in a display or something. That's pretty cool. Starting off with accessories, here is Agent Anti-Venom's symbiote arms that will plug into his back, and they can also hold the extra pistols. And I was tripping, there is not 3 pistols with this figure. And look at this figure comes jam-packed with accessories, and like I said, not three pistols, but 5. Look at that, with 3 different sculpts. We have at the top there a much shorter pistol, and then the 2 in the middle with the extended magazines, and then the ones on the bottom with the kind of like muzzle end on the end of it. That's just so cool. You can see those like translucent green effects. I'm really excited to use those and see how they turn out. They have a very nice vibrancy to them. Love that color, and the blue looks very interesting as well. And as you can see, all of them are very nicely sculpted. Really bad. So there's 3 different sculpts for the pistols here. That's so badass. And looking at there's a pair of like nailed hands here, like open gestured fighting hands. Then there's a pair of fists right here with some very nice clean gray on the back of it. And then obviously I just showed you those symbiote arms. Very cool. So this thing is loaded down with accessories. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 accessories, not including the Magic the Gathering card. So the amount of poses that you're going to be able to emulate and pull off with this figure is going to be really awesome. I'm looking forward to posing them up. And here's the actually very cool Magic the Gathering card, and it's got like a very nice like hollow to it, like some foil inlay. It's very, very cool. And then just a real quick look at the back, just the Magic the Gathering typical. This is what a typical card looks like. And look at this dude. Is this not so freaking badass or what, man? This is such a badass design. Oh my goodness. This is a very striking, super poppy design. I am loving this, dude. So just starting off with the sculpt and the paint here, we'll just jump right into it. And man, just look at the eyes here. This is freaking badass, dude. Let me put my light back a little bit, y'all. There we go. Just look at this, dude. That is awesome. Look at the spikes on the shoulders and his gauntlet here, on his wrists, his forearms, even on the elbows there. That's where the symbiote arms will plug into. Super clean paint. The spider emblem is beautifully done. Even the black trim around his shoulder pads here, shoulder armor. Love the black on here. He's got his holsters right here, all the different pouches. Look at the texture here on his belt. Is that not dope or what, man? Then look at all this. Look at this intricate detail right here. That texture. That's so cool, dude. And then that spiky medieval look folds down here on the back of the calves on his boots. What a badass looking figure, dude. Like I said, I'm not familiar with Agent Anti-Venom a whole lot. I have not read the comic, but man, I seen this figure and I was like, you know what? It's time to get familiar with it because this thing looks so freaking badass, dude. This is look how clean that Spider-Man emblem is done. And just the pouches, it's got like a very nice silver right here, like a grayish color. And then look at all the little tiny hits on the buckles. Look at that. Little hit there, little hit there, little hit there. Oh, what? You want more? That's fine. Little hit there, little hit there, little hit there. This is a very, very awesome looking figure, dude. We have the O-ring shoulder system here on Agent Anti-Venom, dude. This is awesome. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into the articulation. So, we got some little bit of side-to-side head tilt, not a whole lot. Let's see. He can, just due to the costume design, going to be a little bit limited here, and just due to the sculpt too, probably on a smaller ball joint, but that's, no big deal, not a big deal. The neck, there's no double ball neck peg here. The neck is sculpted in at the abdomen. But look at that, though. Look at that, though. Look at that. Full, like right out to his side. That's awesome. And then this just rides and moves around so beautifully with it. We do have pinless, double jointed elbows below 90, touching the forearm to the bicep there. That's freaking awesome. There is bicep swivel as well. You can see right there. Yeah, buddy. And then we have a ball joint, a dumbbell joint here at the abdomen. So you can get a little bit of side-to-side crunch, but just due to the sculpt, it's, you're going to be a little bit limited. But the fact that it's there is nice. A little bit of back and forth. Actually, a pretty decent amount of back and forth. Not a whole lot. Not as much as we see in some other Spider-Man figures from Marvel Legends. We do have a vertical hinge here on the right hand and a vertical hinge here on the left hand as well, I believe. Yep, on the left hand as well. So that's nice. Getting down to the waist, this is all fixed, so that's a little bit of a bummer. This is not, there's no cut right here at the waist, so there's no swivel or back and forth or anything. Yeah, you're not really going to get much out of that. It's all fit. This going down to the pelvic region up through here to the diaphragm cut is all one solid sculpted piece. So there's no cut right here at the waist. A little bit of a bummer, but no big deal. And then let's see what we can get for some split action here. So we can get a pretty decent amount of range. That's a pretty decent, not too shabby. And then let's see, he can kick out straight in front, not bad at all. Let's see the kick back. A little bit of kickback, not a whole lot, but it's there. And then we do have pinless, double jointed knees as well, so he can kick his own ass, as Robo says. We can touch his calf to his hamstring, no problem there. Super good. That's a really clean pinless look right there. That's an awesome pinless joint. Feet go down a little bit, just due to like the cuff right here around his boot. That's going to kind of inhibit some of the articulation you can get, obviously. But it is there a little bit, but you can just see how it's kind of a little restricting. And I'm not sure, you can get a little bit of side-to-side tilt. There was a forward-facing pin, but just due to this kind of cuff on his boot, it is going to kind of inhibit how much range you can get out of that. But man, what a dope looking version of the Spider-Man costume, man. Like, what a crazy interpretation. The Agent Anti-Venom, he just looks so badass, dude. And then it comes loaded down with accessories. Let's see what it looks like. Let's pose him up. Dude, look at this bad motherfucker, dude. This is such a cool action figure. This thing is just, what a blast. This thing is so much fun. Just look at the, like, smoking effects here. Like, look at that, dude. That's so sick how, like, the smoke's coming out the barrel here. Even the blast effects check that out, dude. Look how cool that is. The green has a very nice pop to it, dude. This is badass. Just look at that. If that's not cool, dude, I don't know. Some people are like, oh, probably that's such a mid look for Spider-Man. Like, well, mind your business then. Why are you watching it? This is so freaking cool, dude. This is awesome. Just look at the paint on this guy and the sculpt, the symbiote arms. This is just so much fun, man. And I love the accessories, the blue. I wasn't sure how I felt about the blue pistols at first, but now it just, I don't mind it. It just kind of works. And that green, look at the vibrancy of this green of these blast effects, dude. So freaking, how awesome would it be to get effects like this in Star Wars The Black Series? Like, imagine getting, like, green ones, red ones, yellow ones for, like, different blasters and characters. That would be so freaking sick, dude. Like, just look at that effect. Like, he just got done shooting, it's smoking hot. God, this is so badass, dude. Check that out. And look at how well they hid the thigh swivel on this figure. Right there on that, where that band is for his costume. That is awesome. This figure is so much fun, dude. I love the accessories. I love the design. Articulation has some things to be desired, for sure, but you're still going to be able to get some really cool poses, and this is just going to be a super striking piece in your Spider-Man display. This white Anti-Venom, Agent Anti-Venom costume is just going to, like I said, man, it's going to really, really pop in your display. And the symbiote arms, the pistols, which are 3 different sculpts, the blast effects you get, which are 2 different sculpts, and that beautiful, beautiful, badass, super vibrant, glowing, iridescent, freaking green. There's really not much about this figure I don't like, other than I wish there was some, like I said, there's some things in articulation that are to be desired. I wish there's a little more range of motion out of the hips a little bit, maybe like a little bit more kickback, maybe a little bit more out of the ankle articulation, and I would have really liked to have seen a ball joint here at the waist, but I kind of understand with the sculpt of the pouches, you would have only been able to get that lateral movement so much before the sculpt would have started butting into those pouches there on this side. But even still, it's that much more range of movement you would have to just pull off some really cool dynamic poses. Now that being said, you can still pull off some awesome, really sick poses with this, but this is another one that just looks good static too. If you're running out of space on the shelf and you don't want to display the symbiote arms or anything, you can just have him standing there with a pistol or 2, or have one of his different pairs of alt hands, and it's gonna look epic, man. I am really digging this thing, man. It's just a cool toy, and I was having fun opening. I'm not even super familiar with the character. I know the backstory, but I have no connection to Agent Anti-Venom whatsoever. I did not read the comic. My familiarity knowing that he's Flash Thompson, that he was almost killed in the IED, lost his legs, got the symbiote, then so on and so forth. I'm not super knowledgeable, but anybody who is and did read those comic runs or that series, feel free to drop some knowledge and tell us why you enjoyed it so much. I'm starting to get into comics here, so who knows? Maybe one day I'll end up trying to get into that run. With that being said, y'all, I hope you all enjoyed this review. This awesome Magic the Gathering collab with Marvel Legends. Agent Anti-Venom is so freaking badass, dude. Definitely going to be doing more research and keeping my eye on this character going forward, that's for sure. But with that being said, like the video if you enjoyed this. Also consider checking out some of my other content. I do action figure reviews like this very, very often. I also do live streams every other Saturday and even weeks in between when I can, so be on the lookout for that. I also do topic videos and all that kind of stuff as well, and I'm always open for new content ideas. So if you have one, drop it down in the comments here, or you can hit me up in the community tab of my YouTube, or hit me up on Instagram. Message me on Instagram, and I'm always open to feedback and new topics. But with that being said, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this awesome figure review. I had so much fun with it. Definitely recommend picking it up if you're a Spider-Man fan. But like I said, like, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.